Hey everyone, welcome to Simplilearn. Today, we will learn data analytics with Power BI and build an end-to-end Power BI sales dashboard. That said, if these are the type of videos you'd like to watch, then hit that like and subscribe buttons and the bell icon to get notified. Just for a quick info, if you want to upskill yourself, master data science and data analytics skills, and land your dream job or grow in your career, then you must explore Simplilearn's cohort of various data science and data analytics programs. Simplilearn offers various certifications and postgraduate programs in collaboration with some of the world's leading universities like Caltech, Purdue, IIT Kanpur, and many more. Through our courses, you will gain knowledge and work-ready expertise in skills like advanced Excel, Python, machine learning, data visualization, generative AI, and over a dozen others. That's not all, you also get the opportunity to work on multiple projects and learn from industry experts working in top tier data and product companies, and also academicians from top universities. After completing these courses, thousands of learners have transitioned into a data science or data analytics role as a fresher or moved on to a higher paying job profile. If you are passionate about making your career in this field, then make sure to check out the link in the pinned comment and description box below to find a data science and data analytics program that fits your experience and areas of interest. Now, without further delay, let's get started with our Power BI project for beginners, which is a sales dashboard in real time. Now, before getting started, let's consider a simple use case for our real-time sales dashboard business growth. So the context is, let's imagine there's a client and the client owns a business operating across various regions and product categories with goals to grow and improve performance. Now let's discuss the challenge. The client struggles with limited visibility to sales data, traffic to lead ratios, and lead to order conversion rates. This lack of information leads to missed opportunities and inefficient resource allocation. Now, let's plan a solution to this with our real-time sales dashboard. A real-time sales dashboard provides the client with a clever view of critical business metrics, which includes the following. Firstly, the dashboard will show real-time sales across regions and states, allowing the client to identify which areas are performing well and which are the ones which need more attention. Second one, product category performance. Sales breakdown by product category will help the client determine which products are driving revenue and which may need more focus. This allows for targeted marketing and inventory management. Now the third one, traffic to lead ratio. The dashboard will display the percentage of website visitors converting into leads. If this ratio is low, the client can improve website usability or come up with promotional strategies. Fourth one, lead to order conversion rate. Tracking lead to order conversions reveal how many leads become customers. A low conversion rate signals the need for changes in sales process for improved checkouts. Now the last one, which is the impact on business strategy. The dashboard gives the client actionable insights to focus resources where they are needed the most. Understanding which regions and product categories are underperforming allows for timely adjustments. So in conclusion, a real-time sales dashboard enables the client to monitor critical metrics, address inefficiencies, and make data-driven decisions. Now, that's the importance of a real-time dashboard. Now, let's continue with the most powerful data analytics tool, which is the Power BI, and build a real-time sales dashboard. Now, this is our data set. So if you could see here, we have certain entries or columns. Just a moment. Yeah, there you go. So we have order ID, order date, delivery date, customer ID, product, quantity, traffic, leads, orders, revenue, etc. Correct? Now we will make some modifications to this particular data set, and we will continue with an automation where we will use Power BI and Power Query to make some transformations to this particular data and pull this data onto Power BI dashboard or a Power BI platform, and then build a completely functional and interactive dashboard. Now we are on Power BI, so we will select a blank report. So this is how a blank report looks like. So we can directly start off with importing the data, but before that, now we can directly start off with pulling the data from Excel data source, or you can also pull data from SQL Server. If it's data, you can just pull it to the platform. That's how Power BI works. But before we do that, before we import the data to the Power BI platform, let's add a background. So this particular background acts as a dashboard template. Now you can add a dashboard template by selecting the visual option over here and selecting the canvas background and browsing the image. So my image is in the download section. So this is the one, Power BI dashboard. Open, and here you can have 100% transparency, or you can reduce the transparency to about 90%. There you go. Now image fit should be fit. There you go. Now we have the template ready. Now we can get started with importing the data. Now if you can see the data, you can see I have 2022, 23, 24 and 21. But inside this folder, I just have one file, which is 2020. So we are dealing with 5 data sets, right? So we're dealing with 5 data sets, and I'll tell you why I'm doing this, right? So today we are in 2024, but tomorrow we'll be in 2025, and later 2026, and so on, right? So it is obvious that every year a new or fresh data is generated. Now, if you give a location to your platform, which is Power BI, and whenever a new data is generated, if you just pull the data will be automatically analyzed and your data set or your dashboard will be updated, right? So we're trying to automate that. So let's follow that particular option. So to do that, go to File option, and here you can see Import button, or sorry, Get Data, and here go to the Get Data Started to get started, and here you'll have a bunch of options. So you can directly choose an Excel workbook, text, XML. So we will choose the folder one. Right now, connect to the folder, browse, add the folder path. It's in downloads, and so this is the one, Power BI orders data. Just cross check once. Yeah, this is the one, PBI orders data with one single folder. Yes, perfect. You can close the file, press OK. Now that you have set a location of your data, press OK. Now it will automatically select the data set. Just click on that. So instead of before loading, we would like to, or I would like to do some transformations to it. So out of all those 4 options, instead of loading, I chose the transform option, right? Now we are on the Power Query. Now click on this button, which shows as a double down arrow keys, to have a preview of your dataset. Now select the first option, which happens to be the sheet 1. Now, okay. Now you have a brief overview of your data, right? Now let's do the transformations which we're looking for. The first one. So here you can see a column known as source name. So we have an entire entry of source names here, but we don't want that. What we can do is you can just remove that particular column. Now you can see one of the columns has been removed. So that step has been monitored, right? So order ID is fine. It's in integer or number format. Now let's check the order date and the delivery date. So we want this information. So make sure that the data type is perfect. It should be in a date data type, nothing else. And coming into customer ID, here you can see there is a small problem with it. So the customer ID is 13278 along with the name, right? Now let's imagine we want 2 different columns. Let's imagine we want customer ID as a separate column and customer name as a separate column. Can you do that? Yes, we can. So all you have to do is choose the option of split column by delimiter, and you will have a new window popped up, and here you can choose the delimiter. So it has already recognized it is showing hyphen, but the thing is we are keeping it as space hyphen space, because in the column it is located as the same, or it is mentioned as the same. Just press OK, and there you go. Now you have customer ID and customer ID 2. So this will be not customer ID dot 1, it will be just customer ID, and this will not be customer ID dot 2, it will be customer name. Make sure that you watch everything here, right? The rename column step is also being recorded here. Now if you want to change the data type, you can also change the data type. Go to type, and here you have the whole number option. It's fine. And also check the order date and delivery date. Change type or change it as date. It's fine. Now we have customer name, category, product, quantity, traffic, leads, orders, cost to company. Now let's say I want a new column which shows me profit. Now, how do you calculate profit? So, profit can be calculated by subtracting revenue from cost of the company. So, select the first revenue column. Second will be the cost to company, because we are trying to subtract revenue from cost of the company. Now, what you'll do is go to add column, and here choose subtract. There you go. Now, instead of subtraction, rename it as profit. And I can drag and drop this particular column right next to cost to company, right? And sometimes you may get negative numbers, don't worry, because the client tried to offer some discounts. And if you are selling some products on discount, then it's obvious that you'll get a negative number. It's fine, not a problem. He's trying to, kind of send out the or finish the stock from the inventory, right? Now, if we come to the initial states where you have order date and delivery date, let's say I want to calculate number of days taken by the delivery agency to deliver the product to your customer. Now that can be calculated by subtracting delivery date from order date, right? Now choose the delivery date column first, next the order date, right? Now same, go to add column, and here subtract days. Now again it will go all the way to the last. Instead of subtraction, you can rename it as days to deliver. There you go, you're fine. Now you can drag and drop this particular column next to the order date and order delivery date. There you go. Now check the data type for your profits and revenue. So now we are back to the column revenue, cost to company, and profit. Select all three columns at once and right click or double click. Change the type to, I want the data type not as decimal number or anything else. I want it to be currency. Let's check for the option as currency. It's okay. As of now, I'm unable to find out where exactly we have the column or settings to change it to currency format or dollar format. But if you know, please feel free to comment in the comment section below, so that our learners will also have that information. So far, I'm comfortable with the data transformation. Now what I can do is just go to home, and in this option, you can close and apply. Shortly, the data will be loaded. There you go. If you drop down here, you have everything you require. Category, cost to company, and you can just select this option over here, table view, and you will have a complete view of your data set. So we have order ID, order date, delivery date, days to deliver, which we made a new transformation, and customer ID separated from customer name, category, product, and we also added cost to company, profit calculation, which is also available here, right? Now go to the visualization view, right? Now here we are supposed to add the KPIs, traffic KPI, leads KPI, orders KPI, and revenue KPI. And here, since we also have, in the initial stage, we discussed about 5 different years, right? So we have 2020, 2021, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we will be having about 4 to 5 years. So for now, I just selected 2020, right? So once we add all the remaining data sets, we will have an option here, drop down option, which will show the year data as well. In case if you wanted to track down the old year's data, how the product performance was available in the last year or last before, you can go through that. Here we'll have a drop down option for state, and here you'll have a drop down option for product. If you want to specifically search for a specific product performance, you can also do that. And all state sales, so you'll have a map chart over here, and you'll have a month-on-month sales line graph here, status, so order delivered, in pursuit, or if cancelled, you'll have all that status here. And category, so we have about 3 to 4 categories, and we have 5 regions, so you can see the sales data in bar graph and regions. So let's proceed with that. I hope I made a brief overview of that. Now, what we will do is add the KPIs first, which is traffic, leads, orders, and revenues. So here you choose the card, and here you can add it. Now select traffic data. Drop the data here and check the aggregation. It is sum. Fine. And you can make some settings to it. Right. You can go to visualizations here, and you can select the layout, and here you have callouts, and go to general again. And if you don't want the header icon, you can remove it, and you can go to FX, and you can increase transparency. There you go, so that you have a background there. And if you don't want the visual border, you can eliminate it. So you can remove the background as well. And now push this particular KPI to here. So the background is off. You can adjust the height and width of your card as well, or you can manually do it over here, which is also fine. So we want values, and transparency will be 100%. I don't want, okay, that's the text transparency. So that's the value transparency. We don't want to label sum of traffic, and here you can also select transparency here. Fine, so far so good. The layout. I don't want the background for label. I don't want a border for label. I just want the value. I can just keep it here. There you go, center aligned. Center aligned as per our request. And now what you can do is just copy and paste the same card once again. Here we will change the data values, right? So initially we had sum of traffic. Now we don't want traffic here. I want leads. Drop the data value leads to here. Check the aggregation. It should be sum. Now you can copy paste it once again and paste it in orders. Now we want aggregation of orders. So we will remove the leads here, and we will add orders. Make sure that the aggregation is sum. Sometimes it may change. So pay close attention to it. Copy paste once again, and you will have revenue numbers here. Make sure that you are adding revenue here. Most of the time you will be focusing on revenue. Very rarely profit. Okay. If you want specifically profit, you can also add that. There you go. Now here, so copy paste once again. Here you will add the value as date, order date. So if you could use the drop down here or drill down option from here itself, hierarchy, you can pull here. Okay, you can eliminate this one, pull here and add it to the data field, so that you have okay, we don't want the count aggregation, we want, okay, it is considering it as a value, but not to worry, we will check this later. Proceeding ahead, let's add state. So for that we want a slicer, right? So we will add slicer here, make some changes to it. Go to visuals to the slicer. Let's try to add state to it and then try to make some changes to it. So we have Okay, we did not include state here, but anyways, we can have a customer name option over here, right? So we can call out customer name and add it to the field, and we can make some changes to it, right? And here, if you use this particular option here, you can include a search bar. Okay, along with that, if you go to the visualizations option over here, you can change the slicer settings to a drop down option, and you can go to general, and you can also remove the header icon, and inside the effects you can remove the background, and you can also remove the title, the slicer header. Now what you can have is just simple name of customer over here. We will have that state renamed as customer name, not a big problem. Just select it, align it to the center. There you go. Now you can copy paste this particular filter or slicer in here, and you can change the customer name to product name. So here we have the product, add it to the field. There you go. Now you can have the search bar, and you can also specifically check for a specific product. So we missed out a few columns during our data transformation. So we used some VLOOKUPs and updated the data. Now we have the required columns together, the state and the region columns. So we can proceed with the visualizations as per the previous plan, right? Now we've also added the year column, so there was some data manipulation to be done here as well. So we did that. We added a filter, a slicer, and as per the data, we just have 1 year here, 2020. So we will select that, and here we have the states of United States, all the states, current states in the United States of America, and here we have the product details. Right now, let's proceed with the next part of our dashboard, which will be the bar graph or column graph. So we will have the column graph and status, so that we will have a brief explanation on how many number of orders are delivered and how many number of orders are not. So we will use order ID in y-axis, and it should be sum of all the orders, and in x-axis we will have the status, order status, which will be in x-axis, the total number of orders delivered and total number of orders not delivered in transit. So we'll have a detailed information on that front. And now we will do some settings so that we make it similar to the other ones. So we don't want title, we don't want header, and tooltips maybe we want them. And if we go into efforts, background, I don't want the background, it should be plain as per the plan. You can adjust the scale of the graph. There you go. We have the order status. Now, category-wise sales. Let's take a donut chart. Place it here, and we will have the values, sales, states, and we have revenue here. Add it to the values, and the legend should be category. There you go. Now we have the category-wise sales. Go into visual effects. We don't want the legend. We might use the detail labels, and in general, we don't want the title of the graph, header icons, and tooltips. And in the effects, I want it to be a transparent background. Now adjust the scale. There you go. Region. Now we can have a funnel graph here, and in values we can add revenue, and the aggregation should be sum of revenue, and in a category we will add the region. We have central, north, south, east, west regions. Go into visuals, data labels, category labels. Okay, we want category labels. In general, we don't want the title, header icons, eliminate them, and tooltips, just have a look. And after that, FX, I want it to be a transparent background. There you go. Adjust the scale. Back to visuals. Now we have the conversion rate as well. Now let's proceed with the map chart. Go to visuals, select map chart. There you go. Now adjust it to the scale before we add the values, so that on a quick glance you have all the states details, right? Now let's add the locations. So state will be the location, and in the legend, so state is the location here, and in the values we will add data field, which is revenue. There you go. Now go to the visuals, and in general, you don't want the title. You already have the title right here, and go to FX, make it look transparent, so we don't want the background here. And on a glance, you can just increase the size of the map and reduce the size, so that you have an overall view in one location, right? Just like that. So we are choosing the North American or total all American states here. You can choose accordingly. Now let's proceed with the line graph. So one thing to remember, whenever you're working with dates, right? So whenever you have calendar or date related data entries in your dataset, go with the line graph to check the performance on day by day, week on week, month on month, or year on year levels, right? So there you go. Now let's add x-axis here. So expand the date, or you can choose order date here. Let's choose the order date, and we will have month in the x-axis, and in the y-axis we will see the revenue again. If you want revenue, you can go with that. If you want to see traffic details, or if you want to see any other detail, you can just change the values here, right? There you go. Now you can see one last thing. Go to general, and here FX, remove the background. Title, we have already placed the title over here, so we don't want that. And tooltips. There you go. So the fully functional and interactive dashboard is now ready, right? And now this particular dashboard works like, now let's save it. Save it as PBI Sales Dashboard. There you go. Now what we have to do is, let's add the remaining data, correct? So we have created a template. We have created a similar VBA type similar query, or kind of automated the process. Now whenever we add the new data into that file that we initially created, Power BI will automatically extract that particular data and give you an updated report, right? Now let's go back to the files and go to download section. Now what we will do is select these files, cut, and drop them into the Power BI data folder, and just close it, right? Now go to home and just click on refresh to refresh, and now we have 10,000 rows, correct? Now for the validation purpose, let's check the years here. Now we have all the other years. Now let's select 2024, the latest year, and you have the latest reports currently on your dashboard. Now you can select a specific state for the final reports, and you can also select a specific product I would like to go with the chair, and you have an updated report right here, and including the map, correct? So this is how you can create a completely interactive and automated real-time Power BI dashboard, an end-to-end Power BI dashboard. And with that, we have come to an end of this session on real-time Power BI end-to-end dashboard project. If you have any queries regarding any of the topics covered in this session, or if you require any of the resources that we used in the session, like PPT, dataset, or the queries, then you can let us know in the comment section below, and our team of experts will be happy to help you as soon as possible. Until next time, thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more from Simplilearn.
Craving a career upgrade? Subscribe, like, and comment below. Dive into the link in the description to fast-track your ambitions. Whether you're making a switch,
and click here to watch similar videos. To nerd up and get certified, click here.